model, we call it orchestrated authorization. So what we're doing is we are centralizing the accountability while decentralizing the policy authoring. So what that means is we are pulling the authorization, out of the applications. We're centralizing it in a single pane of glass. My next slide here, I'm going to highlight our different UIs when it comes to creating those policies. And then the key component, reaching out to your different data sources, pulling in different attributes about the user, about the environment that they're trying to access, to ensure that we go beyond, again, the traditional RBAC model, ensuring that this individual, this user, is accessing the information again in the right context. And then on the right-hand side, these are the key use cases that we hear all the time and where we're helping our customers. The first one I've been hearing a lot more with my customers, that you want a solution that's providing a frictionless user experience. We've all been there before where we've tried to access information and we've been denied and we don't know why we can't access that information. So we have to send a message off to our manager, and then that manager has got to send off, our request, maybe probably to the IT team. And sometimes it could be a day, it could be 2 days before that access is granted. And that's just, not efficient when it comes to ensuring that, users are conducting their business in the way they should be. And if I'm not allowed to access information, that takes away of me doing my job properly, right? So that's why more of a dynamic runtime authorization is important. And if I am denied access to the information, we can provide, an obligation or advice to the user explaining why they're denied so that they can take appropriate actions sort of moving forward. Zero trust. Zero trust is tied to pretty much every project, that we work on. Again, we want to make sure that, users are accessing information that they're supposed to, never trust, always verify. Every environment is different, right? So we want to make sure that our solution can scale to all of your different applications. If they're on premise, if they're in the cloud, if you're shifting towards more of a microservices mesh architecture. So again, we want to make sure our solution can scale to all of these different environments. And probably the most common is regulations, right? So we want to make sure that our solution is dynamic. Our solution is not tailored just for one vertical. So we want to make sure that no matter if, the enterprise is in healthcare, in the financial vertical, we want to make sure that our solution is, robust to ensure that we're meeting these complex use cases and adhering to these specific regulations.